Namaste, welcome to ThePrint. My name is Amana Begam. Talking about Muslims and minority issues has been very common since the Modi government came to the power in 2014. And this election was no exception. And this topic came up during the election, recent election as well. Usually, Muslims have not supported the BJP and has been getting seen as anti-BJP vote bank. And however, this time there was a lot of talk about whether the BJP's effort to reach out the Muslim communities might change the usual voting pattern. However, that didn't happen. If we see the India Today's analysis of Muslim voters, which they did by the state, no more than 8% of Muslim voted for the BJP anywhere, which is in Assam basically. So most Muslim voted for the candidate who was strong opponent for the BJP. These candidates were Muslim from the India bloc, except in the West Bengal, where the TMC was more popular among the community. And the reason being that TMC was also seen as the part of India bloc, but in the West Bengal, they chose to fight election separately. This shows that despite BJP's effort and welfare scheme, Indian Muslims still see BJP as an adversary, as an self-declared enemy, and are reluctant to support it on the national level. Mind it, I would say that on the national level, specifically because voting pattern of the community can be different in Vidhan Sabha election or the local election. For example, in the UP local body election 2023, we can see the deviation there from this trend, wherein BJP fielded 395 Muslim candidates. So BJP also adopted a very different strategy where they chose this Muslim candidate as well. And out of this 395, 45 Muslim candidate emerged victorious. So this was an anomaly for the party also because they didn't repeat this practice in Lok Sabha election. And while this trend is very clear that Muslims do not, it's very important also that Muslims are not voting for their own identity because BSP fielded most Muslim candidate in Lok Sabha election, but they specifically chose those candidates and those parties who were the strongest against the BJP. I can I would say I can understand that every individual has their priorities. This is different, and they prioritize different factors when they vote, and rightly so. So I prioritize societal reform and everyday issues. Other may vote for the dignity which each individual can decide for themselves. However, the questions remain in democracy where every vote counts. And Indian Muslims ballot indeed played a significant role in this election. What will this Muslim vote bank ultimately achieve? Apart from trying their hard to um, make BJP lose the election, which didn't even happen. So I was trying to communicate within my community, and in conversation, I highlighted how we are actually repeating the same pattern where we reduce ourselves to just mere vote bank for perceived safety or using our vote bank against whomever we consider a safety threat or enemy. And I argue that we should vote for bigger goals, like improving our community socioeconomic status, creating job, implementing essential reform. And for example, even let's say that according to a lot of Muslims, BJP is the enemy, but still they are delivering the welfare schemes to the individuals from the community, regardless the identity. So they are basically doing the right thing a state should do. And when you choose not to vote the party which is delivering and choose and vote based on the certain narrative or identity politics, you basically demotivate or give a signal to political parties that working on the ground do not matter. Delivering do not matter that much. So, I mean, During my conversation, I realized that most of the Muslims believe that defeating BJP is the most necessary thing to fight against their dehumanizations. And however, would that will that bring a real change? Because that could be a societal issue. When it comes also when it comes to the Muslim representation, other political parties have offered very little in terms of candidate uh, tickets. So why they are driven to them. And mind it, as a personally, as a Pasmanda Muslim, I believe progress is far more important than just having presence in parliament, which has traditionally been dominated by Ashraf Muslim anyway. So I want real progress that includes gender equality or socioeconomic upliftment, basically. I was told that other political parties have failed Muslim in many ways too, but our fight against the current basically narrative, the current polarized narrative and dehumanization is most pressing at the moment. And it's not about choosing the best option, but what is the less evil option. And I believe, to be fair, that as an Indian, we have felt at some point in our life that we have to choose the lesser evil. And the Muslims community in this Lok Sabha election is no exception to this sentiment. And I mean, we are talking about a lot that cheering that this election is a big win for democracy. But I do not think the same, because we are not going beyond settling for the lesser evil. So how it is the big victory for the community? And the as usual, I keep saying that real change is hard to come by unless we vote for building a stronger institutions and systems that benefit all Indian citizens, not it's based on rhetoric or based on charismatic leader. Thank you. For more such a video, please keep watching The Print.